back at it again. This is the Helios eSports and Logitech Gaming Season 1 matchup here between No Earthspirit, aka PssT, aka Pull Sorcery Some Tangos, matching up against Bo3 Fiddy, a battle of NA Dota's underground finest, I guess you could say. I'm Coddle Guy. That's Greg. What is hip? We're the best thing that you're gonna ever get this evening. How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing great, man. That was a very exciting game, back and forth the whole time. I think there were opportunities for both teams, Bo3 Fiddy, definitely to come back there. So we'll see if they're able to make it happen in game number 3. I think they just need maybe a little bit more conventional game plan, or one that they can execute a little bit more easily in the early game, regardless of what the lanes are for PssT.
Now, I was going to say it's going to come down to a nice, solid, strategic draft would be the good, crucial start. But Bo3 Fiddy pull out the Rubik first, which is something we do not see very often. Though Rubik's a great support in the game. Usually we see Rubik picked up maybe after like a Clockwork is grabbed, or just kind of when he can conform as a good counter support pickup. But on his own, he's great. He has great early aggression. You can throw him around the map and make fights happen with the help of that telekinesis. Another person who's really good at that is the Crystal Maiden. We'll see if No Earthspirit rounds thing out by getting a secondary support. We have the Visage still available in the pool as well. Greg, what are your thoughts on the early Rubik grab from Bo3 Fiddy?
Not a big fan. Not a big fan of this at all. I mean, they're just going to pick around this now. It's not going to be nearly
first
as good.
pick. Don't like it at all. Not one bit.
Yeah, honestly, that's my no fluff answer. Is I really don't like Rubik pick that early. I mean, he's a very versatile hero in terms of like what he can actually bring into the game, but obviously it's limited by what the other team has. So
but
I don't know. We'll have to see.
If you think on the other side of the coin, Greg, now No Earthspirit have to kind of think a little bit about their draft. They can't pick anything up that would kind of be an easy handover to the Rubik. Now, we did see the Naga bound out previously in typical NA Dota fashion. Naga's kind of one of those heroes. If they decide to even try to grab him against the Rubik, that's no bueno. You don't want to go Enigma. You don't want to go anyone who can hand over crucial spells to Rubik. So it can make No Earthspirit kind of think twice, but overall, Rubik's kind of one of those weird choices right off the bat first. And man, they used a lot of reserve time, and a lot of time rather, just to get their second pickup. They go for the Lifestealer. So with that said, I got to be like LD and say, what will be the vehicle that they get for this Lifestealer? We still have the option. I feel like that's something he always says. But, you know, they're going to probably... Well, Storm Spirit, Clockwork, both still in the pool. Both work great against Lifestealer. And Bo3 Fiddy grab up a Doom.
I like this Doom pick. The Lifestealer pickup this early can be punished a little bit. I expect Bane will probably get banned out here in the second phase by No Earthspirit.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have to see. Just because that's such a great counter to Lifestealer, and a hero that, you know, has a lot of strengths, and we've already talked about that sort of at length. But the Doom pickup here is good. It does give you a lot of options. Doom can hang out in the mid lane. He's reasonable in the jungle, I guess. That's definitely not my favorite place to put him in, but he's also a great easy laner, so it gives you a little bit of versatility.
Yeah, and that Respect Morphling ban for No Earthspirit right there is their third choice, looking to get their fourth ban pickup right here. I would suspect that maybe Bo3 Fiddy consider the thought of maybe a Clockwork. I love Clockwork going against the Lifestealer. Lifestealer's not really a big fan. He's more of a guy who likes to go more man mode and really take the fight to anyone, and a Cog Wall can really put him in a bit of a bad position. Plus, it's always good to go against, but hopefully it's something they consider to grab up on their own. With that said, regardless, they're going to need to look into a secondary support. There are a lot of great options still, as Sarah said before. The Visage is just kind of being forgot about this time.
Yeah, that's actually really weird.
So
I think that hero is still amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be in the right hands. Let's not forget about that. I mean, I'm sure all these players are pretty proficient with their Visage, but if the Visage was, let's say, happened to fall into my hands, yeah, you're looking at a Visage with no birds at all.
But no birds, and when they are alive, they're immediately fed.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, these are cool birds. So I'll just try to scout things out. Immediately gone. I hand over 200 gold just like that, and I have a team that's very angry at me. But That's me. That's not these guys.
That's life, man.
These are attractive young men who are very good at Visage. So we'll see if they decide to go that route. They ban out the Slark, and no Earthspirit are really dwindling down all their reserve time. Only 27 seconds left. They're being really methodical about their picks, and they know that their tournament life rests on this game for both teams. The winner will move on to face Osiris Gaming in the semifinals, and that much closer to some delicious cash and Logitech gaming products. Doesn't that sound good?
Cash and swag. What's better than that?
Cash and Logitech swag. I hope they give
Slark's
me a
banned
headshot.
out in the second phase. That hero is oppressive right now. I think every time I see that hero, I don't actually know what his win rate is, but I imagine it is quite high in this patch. He is extremely good. It's just so easy. I mean, he's an offlaner that literally requires nothing of you. Just stay in the lane, get level 6, pounce away when they try to kill you, and then you can just murder them. Like, if you get any semblance of anything in the mid game, as soon as your levels are, you're like level 11 or something, you can just destroy people. It's gross. That hero is unbelievably good.
This might be my own weird noobish brain thinking, but I feel like Slark has taken on the new role of what Bounty Hunter used to be. We don't even see Bounty Hunter really even played anymore. Sometimes here and there if your team requires a little bit of extra farm, but we're not in that new meta style where we're looking to delay the game and bring in all that extra gold. And typically we would see the Bounty Hunter play off on his own, play it safe, try to get that level 6, and then make the fight happen just as you described Slark. I think Slark has kind of filled that void for this new style of gameplay. But moving on, no Earthspirit for their third pickup. They grab up the Alchemist, who, regardless of that recent nerf in 6.8 where they hindered his stun a little bit, I still think he makes a huge impact in the game. Do you agree with me or not?
Yes, but it is noticeably worse. I mean, I've seen some plays recently where if it was the old Alch, they probably would have killed 3 people, and instead Alchemist just died. Like, the biggest thing, honestly, is the shorter duration on the stun. Is if you charge it up and get greedy, if they stun you with like any sort of long-range stun or long duration, like Lift by Rubik or like a Lion Impale or something, it becomes extremely easy to just self-stun.
Yeah, the time was changed, I believe, from 5.5 seconds to or it was changed from 7 seconds. Yeah, 7 down to 5.5, which to a lot of newer players is a big difference. For players who are more skilled, it might not seem too much of a big difference, but that's like 2 seconds of time that you have to secure the stun. You're coming in from the outskirts, from the shadows of that forest, and you might need that 1 extra second to even lob off the stun. And now you don't even get the benefit of that long, delayed flying concoction ball of that extra power. But at that point, it was a bit ridiculous. It almost turned it into pure damage with how much extra damage it added with the time flying. Now they grab up a Bristleback, which I haven't gotten the pleasure of casting in a long time, and I know he's a force to be reckoned with. From my perspective, when a Bristleback's picked up, I would think that no Earthspirit are looking to try to set up a style of play where they want to bring the fight to them. Though Bristleback is very capable of making chase happen with the help of the goo, he wants to kind of get the fight going around him as much as possible so he can get those quill stacks in. He's happy to absorb as much damage as possible, but he wants to make sure people focus on him. And holy crap, and Ursa's been picked up 4th. Greg, I'll let you go with that one. I'll let you have that.
One thing I was just thinking about, I'm pretty sure quills kill zombies. I am not 100% sure that that's true.
Wow.
But I'm pretty sure that quills kill zombies, and if that's true, that's going to make Undying a lot worse and could definitely make a difference here. That being said, No Earthspirit have done a really nice job of picking a team that is not really susceptible to just getting immediately killed by Ursa. They're pretty tanky, obviously, with the exception of Crystal Maiden, but your support is always going to be, paper to an Ursa. So they do have some game against this. They need another stun, like, really bad. Whatever this hero is needs to have some kind of CC to help deal with this Ursa. Otherwise, I fear the Ursa might just stomp all over them.
Technically, about Fiddy kind of need a little more stun going their way. They don't have any true disable from what I'm seeing either. I'm seeing a lot of slow. Obviously, they have the help of the Doom, but Rubik's Telekinesis is about as good as it's going to get for them. So hopefully they look to get a little more disabled themselves. I'm trying to think. It's been so long since I've seen Ursa. Back in the last days when I saw Ursa played frequently, I'd be like, okay, well, here comes the Wisp, I'm sure. But I don't think that's going to be the case this time. I think they're going to look for a little more to save themselves.
I also don't know how they're going to lane this. They've got some interesting decisions. All right, Dragonite is an extremely safe pick, has a stun. Great pick.
It's a lot of melee, though, Greg. It's a lot of melee on their team.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They need to pick up items to help kite the Ursa around. Otherwise, you can't man fight an Ursa no matter what.
That's really interesting. This is turning.
It's all melee on both teams actually, except for
this is like a severe man fight, and Ursa's one of the best ones at man fighting. Undying can also lay it. I mean, this is a straight up Fight Club of a draft right now. So,
if anyone knows, there's the lane now. I was gonna say if anyone knows if Quills actually kill zombies, that's gonna make a big difference. I'll look.
I would hope that Bo3 Fiddy and their final pickup here go for something with a little more range to it and something that can kind of do a little more crowd control. They grab the Queen of Pain. There's a little bit of crowd control with her Scream. She's got the Elusive to avoid any potential danger that Bristleback may bring forward. Obviously, she's able to quickly avoid any sort of Alchemist presence. But, wow. This is a really interesting draft for a game that's so close as it is. Now we're 1-1. We're moving on to the third and final matchup. The winner will move on to the semifinals. And, Greg, based on these drafts, who do you have to give the upper hand to, you think?
That's honestly really hard. I like the Radiant team, minus the fact that Quills kill zombies. That's going to kill their team fight quite a bit. I think if the Radiant can get off to a decent start with their Ursa, they should be in good shape. But if things just kind of stay like you'd normally expect in Dota, the Dyer's team is much better fit for that, I think. If you look at their team, it's like, okay, this is an extremely normal Dota team. You look at the Radiant team, they got some shit going on there.
Absolutely. We're going to go ahead
Holy shit. Is this a mid Undying? Oh my god.
Well, you weren't here for game one. This is an exact replicate of what happened in the first game. They did the same thing, and Ryu and I were questioning it. I was asking him if he'd ever seen an Undying in the mid lane. He said he hadn't. And what happens is, yeah, it starts out as an Undying mid lane, but the Doom nearby jungles up, tries to get a quick couple of levels, hands over a few levels to Undying as well, and then Doom takes control of the mid lane, and Undying begins to go where he's needed. So I wouldn't commit to the idea that Derp will be hanging out in the mid lane too much. I think it's just kind of for a temporary thing, and then they have the Doom on call just in case. So we'll see if that will be what ends up happening. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and roll through some quick introductions here. I'll start with the Radiant side. Bo3 Fiddy took the game one, fell short in game two, and now they're back for three. Chicken MC is going to be your Queen of Pain, heading up this top off lane. Derp will start out in the mid lane on the Undying. Doom is nearby. That's the 2. And on your bottom lane, it will be 1, a.k.a. Risk Gaming on your Ursa, as well as Nayrok on the Rubik. I'll let you take over Ban Earthspirit.
For Ban Earthspirit, it's going to be Finnith on the Lifestealer, Hopes and Dreams, the carry player. Fans of Soin or Goody on the Alchemist. He's going to be controlling, and maybe he can land a couple stunts and turn the fight around. Relic in the mid lane, the Arteezy Slayer on the Dragonite. Right behind him, he has Knave. Is that correct? Knave on the
Every time I got to alt-tab to double-check his
whatever.
name. Knave. You got it.
Close
You got it.
Enough.
You got it.
And then in the bottom lane, the off lane, Last Hit Magic on the Bristleback. This is actually a very good lane for Bristleback. Basically, he just has to not stand right next to Ursa, and he'll be able to get full XP and some decent farm as well.
Looks like the action on top. Chicken MC, quick blink back, but the concoction will land. They're going to round it up with a frostbite. Is it going to be enough lockdown? No. They're going to pull back. Not quite enough. Quick reaction speed there as Chicken MC steps back with the blink and creates enough space to get away from any potential danger.
Goody was too early on the concoction. He needed to wait for the Crystal Maiden to get there to disable her blink. So that did not go as planned. I'm sure there's some internal conflicts right now.
Luckily, not too much time wasted. I think Crystal Maiden's just going to commit to hanging out in this top lane, so it's not like she has to make a long trip anywhere, and it was a waste of time. Finnith, who had a successful gyrocopter game, is now going to try to soak up as much farm as possible. But they're making a move here. Chicken MC trying to make a move right now on Knave, but Knave turns back. They might try to turn on her. She doesn't have Blink. 14 more seconds. No, she just used it there. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong spell. But Knave will end up falling. They take him down first. Derp the one to pick off the kill. And they run it right back. Trying to make quick moves on Chicken MC. She pulls in reinforcements, and they take out the first blood.
Yeah, this is a step in the right direction. Like I was saying, I think the Radiant need a rolling start here to be able to really take advantage of their lineup. How's Ursa doing in the bottom lane? He's got free farm basically. The one thing is Bristleback can't really contest this farm, but he will be able to get his own farm. So I think that's pretty good. Both off lanes are doing fairly well, obviously, with top lane getting first blood. Mid lane, Doom is doing just fine against the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, just like I said, the Doom was hanging out nearby on call, and he did rotate in the mid lane, and Derp made the long trip top, which already benefited them as they got that quick pick off. Doom matched up against Relic's Dragon Knight. Now this will be an interesting... Oh, wow. Purple actually gets pick off on the bottom lane. Sorry, looks like the Bristleback got himself stuck in a rut over here in the corner and got quickly picked off. Unfortunately, didn't get the chance to see that, but it pushes him ahead 2-0. I don't know if you had the chance to see what happened there, but...
Nayrok was able to grab him with telekinesis and kind of pull him behind the creeps a little bit awkwardly. Ooh. And then if that happens, you get Earth shocked and you're dead. Got to stay away from the Ursa, man. Don't touch the bear.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about someone who can bring the melee fight, Ursa is probably the king of that. And there's a lot of melee fight in this game, considering with that Lifestealer, the Alchemist, Dragon Knight without his dragon form, and of course Bristleback. Ursa's going to be having a pretty good time this game. And now Bristleback has to sit in the back, build up any sort of farm, step in, try to get last hits with the quills, but you know, it's going to take a lot of work.
I like Risk's build a lot. He's maxing Earthshock. This is not... Usually in pubs, this is not the build you see at all. But this is definitely the best laning build. Gives you the most edge in lane. Just because the cooldown is so low on Earthshock, you can get any sort of mana regeneration, or you make your lane mate buy something. Look at this. You can spam it out and just threaten to kill every single time.
Can you get that lift? He got it!
Look at that. Oh my god, he might kill him.
Got the lift, no problem. Man, doing easy work on this Bristleback rather, who can't get away. The slow of the Earthshock more than enough to allow Nayrok to step in and get the easy lift. They pull him back and pick him off one more time, and now this bottom lane is going to need some serious help here. Mid lane looks like Goody. It's going to pull the trigger. Go on the 2. The 2's got to be forced to run. Quick rotation. Yep. He's got a lot of life. Nayrok makes a proper rotation to the mid lane. Won't be able to catch up. Throws out a Fade Bolt. Smack her in the butt. And get her away. So, wow. Bo3 Fiddy on point already. Pushing ahead 3-0. Quick rotations. Good team coordination already in this early game.
The thing I like about both Doom and Dragon Knight as mid laners, it takes them so long to die, it gives your supports forever to TP in and try to turn the fight around. And just the threat of the supports TPing in, combined with the fact that the 2's still at half life and is regenning 12 HP a second with that Tango and the health regen, the Unholy Aura. Like, he's so tanky, his supports can always just move back in. At this stage of the game, the armor is not that important. Pretty soon he's going to need to get an armor item to not just get shredded. But at this stage of the game, Doom is quite tanky, and it's really nice. Makes sports lives easier. Saw Nayrok TP in there and able to make the difference. Now this bottom lane, Ursa, I think will just be left to his own devices. I think Nayrok's going to make some action happen on the other part of the map now.
Yeah, if you allow this Ursa to get this extra bit of farm, he'll quickly potentially build into that early Vladimir's and then expect him to try to sneak into early Roshan if possible, and that's going to be the beginning of an early Ursa snowball. That's not going to be fun. Not going to be fun at all for Earthspirit. Uh-oh. Thinking about making a move in this mid lane. Coming in from the north, Goody.
He has Doom.
Yep. This might need to be right.
He must know something's going on.
He's pretty low here. There we go. There's the lift. This is dead. Throws out the Doom. This should be an easy pick off here. He'll run away, but he gets taken down by the Fade Bolt. Relic tries to go into Dragon form to lay out some damage on the 2, but won't be able to commit his... Nayrok will bodyguard him, and with extra backup of Derp right there, they pick up another kill, push ahead 4-0. Doob grabs an early DD here in the top lane.
If Nayrok was 6, that would have been another easy kill. Things are going really well for about 350 now. It looks like Nayrok's considering rotating all the way back around. I think he's going to pull to get level 6. No, he's just going to go for... he's going for the long way around to maybe get another kill on this Bristleback, but Bristle's gone. He's pretty much had enough of this lane. He's stacking with quills.
Yeah, and that's going to take a lot of extra work. He's pretty much fallen on hard times early here if this is what he's forced to do, and they got to get something going. They're pinging out this bottom lane. They know that Ursa needs to fall. He's having a little bit too much free will here. He's 41-15. The Dragon Relic.
Oh god, he needs to leave.
Yep. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nice bait in. by the Bristleback. The lift to slow him down. The concussion will fall, and this is where they're going to get him. Ursa desperately tries to get a kill on the way out, but can't do it. Nayrock will be able to set. I think they could have committed. Nope. The rest of the team shows up from behind. Here comes Chicken MC and company. They're able to step in from the backdrop, and they force the rest back. But hey, ban Earthspirit, aka PssT, pick up the first kill and get on the board.
That kill was really important too. This Ursa was starting to get out of hand. He did spend a bunch of his money before he died, so it's not that big of a deal. But still, this is a problem. They didn't kill Nayrock though. Now he's level 6. And Chicken MC and Derp, I think, are just going to farm this lane. Ursa's gone back to top, and this is actually a horrifying matchup for a Lifestealer.
Yeah, now
like,
he's
this
like...
This is like worst case scenario.
Forget this. I'm out of this lane. I'm going to go right to the side jungle and just get some relative safe farm here. I need friends before I can try to take on this bear. But he's actually not going to opt out. He's making the long run down the river here. They're going to find a haste rune. I don't know if Doom is going to take this for himself or hand it over to the Ursa. Nope, he's going to bottle up himself, share over the last bottle charge, and I guess Ursa will just head back to base here. Doom does have Doom online and available now. With the help of the haste, expect him to make something happen here in the near future. Oh no, Relic steps in with the dragon form. I guess he's just going to go lay a little bit of punishment on his own. Typically what I see in these Dragon Knight play styles, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Greg, they will commit hard to this mid lane, and if their opposing mid laner tries to venture off for a gank, he'll just pull the trigger on the dragon form and take down the tower right away.
That is entirely accurate. That's pretty much the plan. Wait till they leave and then go for it.
Uh-oh, bottom lane. A lot of rotations here as Chicken MC lays out the scream and has to run. Oh, this Alchemist is not going to get the stun off. Will blow it up in his face and step on back. Rotation and TP's wasted, so a mini victory there for about 350.
Yeah, the two... It's just bottle crowing. He's abusing Scorched Earth to just get extra HP regen. This is actually Doom's pretty sweet mid laner. It's working pretty well. He's pretty similar to Dragon Knight.
A little bit of a man fight happening up here. Just kind of a tussle. They're just kind of making fisticuffs here in the top lane as the bear man's up on Lifestealer, forces him to pull out the Infest, but he doesn't have that anymore. Look at this. They're even running side by side. He's going to smack him in the butt.
Making sure.
Yep, now he's going to go for it. I think he feels pretty confident as Crystal Main steps in. They have the open wounds there. It's slowing him down. Earthshock, but he's not going to get away. Nope. That was way too much of an overcommitment there without backup nearby, but here it comes. Chicken MC steps in, wants to try to get a bit of redemption, but will not be able to do so. Alchemist, can he get the long ball? Yes, he does! No big extra damage now. Thank you very much, 6.8, but it will not matter. They lock him down with the Dragon Tail, and now Chicken MC falls. Look at this. Ban, Earthspirit are bringing it back slowly but surely. Derp steps in, throws down the Tombstone, makes a run-in with the Golem, but very smartly, Ban Earthspirit step back.
They've got nothing to hold him in the fight. Maybe if this Queen of Pain did Puck get banned? I think Puck got banned.
Yeah, he got banned. He got banned right away.
Yeah. They need to figure out a way to hold them in this fight or figure out a way to make them commit to fighting under the Tombstone. I mean, this is really bad now for ATF. Like, they're relying on snowballing, and they're gonna have to do it off of Roshan. Risk is about 200 gold away, or even less than that, 50 gold away from finishing up Vlad's. I think he's probably going to ask for support to buy him a smoke, and he's just going to go for it.
Yeah,
he really needs to make it happen. They need the gold, they need the experience. They need to figure out the way to continue snowballing here. Chicken MC has done Bupkis this game.
Bottom lane,
Relic. Really weird as the co-op.
Lays out the Dragon Tail here on the Ursa and forces him back. I like the move Relic made. He got out of that top lane, but look at this. Back to the top lane. Derp beating in the open wounds. They're going to try to man up on him. He throws down the Tombstone. Will it be enough to save the quick Infest burst damage right there? Ooh, he needs a few more auto attacks. We'll get it. And that's going to be another quick pick off. Now things are tied up 4 versus 4. Action might happen here on the bottom lane as a very committed Ursa might run into a nearby Alchemist stun. He's looking to come in. Relic has Dragon Form online ready to go, but they're not going to pull the trigger on it. And like you said, he's going to have that Vlad's completed. Expect him to look for the nearest opportunity to sneak off and get that Roshan done. Yeah,
they really need to make that happen. Yeah, they need to figure out a way to get this co-op into the fight, too. It's really hard because, obviously, you can't really kill Nakes. You can't really kill Dragon Knight. You can't really kill Alchemist if he has ulti. You can't kill Bristleback. Like... He probably needs to pair up with Maybe the 2, I don't know. But the 2 has a mech, not a Shadow Blade. This is really awkward now for about 350 because they were relying on the snowball so hard that now that they're, you know, level or almost behind at this point, they don't have nearly the options that they did before.
And I like this. Banner Spirit, they already got the ward out here in the bottom lane. They'll see if they try to consider going for it. A smoke is their only option if they want to try to sneak in that Roche kill. And it looks like that might be it. They smoke, they're running in, they lay down the sentry. They're not going to see the ward. It's on the other side of the river here, so they have to be careful. If they're scouted out, the ward will see him and they'll know something's up, but that doesn't seem to be the case. They're going to get the extra assistance of the 2 to bring it down quickly, but look at this. Phantasorion knows something's up. Goody pops the Chemical Rage and is running in here. Does he see this? No, I don't know. It's going to throw him right in. They're going to take him down quickly. Doom has Doom, but he doesn't feel the need to use it just yet. Oh, he's going to try to steal it. He's going to try to steal it. Oh my god, the Radiant will end up taking it down. Ursa picks up both the Aegis, and they manage to take down the Alchemist as well. No Doom necessary, so mission accomplished and a little bit of extra bonus there, taking out the Alchemist.
Nayrok stole Chemical Rage, which is actually disgusting because it gives him mana regen. He's done a really nice job stealing spells. He took Unstable Concoction before, which is probably one of the best spells you can get. He's been playing well.
Heavy rotation here. Relic pops out the Dragon Tail, making a move here on the Ursa. The Ursa going to be locked up. Soul Rip to try to help out, but it's not going to be enough as they lock him down by the tower. The Fire Breath doing more damage. He's on the run right here, but they can't quite get him. There it is. Pop of the Aegis. Nayrok will fall as well. That's a pretty heavy duration from the Crystal Maiden, and they want more. Relic jumps in. Dragon Tail is not up. It's got 6 more seconds. They're making a full commitment here to dive through the trees here and behind the tower. They have to be careful. They will step back, throw down the Acid Spray, and make a move on the Tier 1 tower.
I don't understand why Chicken MC is split pushing this whole time. He TP'd top, so he thought he was committed, but he should have just came back. Like, his team needs him in this fight. He hasn't done anything this game.
Nature's prophet.
He's gonna go to cut everyone off.
Oh, does throw out the stun. Goody tries to slow down them from making advances here, and they move all the way back. They do have the ward up here. They probably saw the Queen of Pain coming in from the north, so they appropriately step back. Don't want to allow her to throw out any additional crowd control, but with the help of this creep wave, they might look to trade a Tier 1 of their own here. Doom, no Doom online. It's got 40 more seconds before it's even available here, but this looks like it will be an easy Tier 1. And if we take a moment to look over the gold graph, you can see it is in favor of about Fiddy by nearly 4K, now over 4K.
Experience weirdly in favor of Ban Earth.
Wow.
I'm actually a little surprised by that. I guess Nayrok's been roaming around a lot, same with Derp. There is a big level disparity for them. It's not a big difference, but it's a couple levels. I'm just kind of surprised. Usually those graphs kind of head in the same direction, or there's a good reason if they're not. So just something to keep note of. I mean, that 5-man was a start in the right direction, and I think that's sort of the thing that they need to look for. At this point, they need a Blink Dagger on Ursa, or a Shadow Blade, or BKB, one of those items. And given by the way he's farming right now, I think it's going to be a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, he definitely needs some sort of way to get into the fight earlier and be able to lay down the law. I know we've been ragging on Chicken MC a lot this game. The Queen of Pain, though, is going to be having a hard time. Relic is going to be pushing into that BKB. He does what we said before. He pushes down that mid lane tower, picks up that extra gold. But with the help of that BKB, that's going to render the Queen of Pain rather useless. And already you're dealing with a Lifestealer who has that rage. It's just not going to be an easy time here for Chicken MC to really reach her true potential. Unless she can really optimize landing a good Scream at an appropriate time, it's going to be pretty rough.
Yeah, her job's really going to be killing sports, like Crystal Maiden, Alchemist with ult down. She's going for the Orchid to help with that. The 2's going full Envy with the mass armor build. He's got Frost armor. They're just trying to make it harder for all these melee heroes to actually kill their heroes, and it should work pretty well, I think. We'll see how it works in the next fight, but I expect it's going to be pretty effective. He does actually need to use it, though. That's a pretty crucial part of this.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh. Stun in to slow him down. They're going to make him pay for this. They're trying to make a run back. They're trying to focus fire on the Ursa. Dragon Tail to fly. That's a full freezing field doing big damage. But there's a lot of damage also coming out on the side of about Fiddy. They're making a run back. The Doom was on Relic, and he does take him down. Doom falls as well. Filth making a run here on Chicken MC, who blinks out. Nayrok there as a bit of assistance. Now behind on the back ropes here. You can see Ursa's making a run on Bristleback, but he can't catch him. The Frostbite is too good. It takes him down preemptively. And it looks like Banner Spirit hold the tower and shove back the rest of the squad. Ursa is taken down along with the Doom. I have to say a bit of a victory there for Banner Spirit.
Yeah, This Undying is not nearly as good as usual. Maybe they didn't, like, this is just terrible, because the zombies, normally, like, a CM doing a full duration ult like that would just get completely hosed by zombies and die. Like, you blow on her the wrong way and the zombies hit her and she's just dead. But if Bristleback's just spamming quills, they instantly die, so just nothing happens. Tombstone, which is like Undying's best ability in team fights, does absolutely nothing. He's maxed it too. If they can't fight without Bristleback there, then he's basically a do-nothing hero. He's like a damage aura and some strength steal.
I want to take a moment to note over this Alchemist build right here. He's got a Staff of Wizardry as well as a Chainmail. Is he trying to be the mech holder early for his team? Why aren't we seeing a Medallion typical pickup here for this Alchemist and take advantage of that extra minus armor?
I think the minus armor thing's not quite as good now, just because of the way his nerfs worked out. However, he does need to pick an item build. Like,
however, you have a bunch of random crap, and we would like you to commit to something.
Literally
please.
all basic items. You need to make those into something. Buckler. So I guess he is going to be the mech builder. I don't know why is the Staff of Wizardry.
Maybe
Seems
he
like
got the staff first,
errors.
and then they realized they needed the extra support of the mechanism. And when they realized Crystal Main would definitely not be able to bring that in, being more of that ward whore, if you will, they decided to have Goody be the mech holder for his team. As he begins to farm away these ancients, inheriting the extra gold. He does have the buckler complete, as you said, and it will be the case. And meanwhile, about to Fiddy end up taking down that tier 1 tower in the top lane. And if we take a moment to look over the gold graph, you can see we're about 3,500 gold. They pop the smoke and retreat out.
I think they had the situation where it's like, well, I'm buying a forest. Well, I'm buying a forest. Oh, bottom lane, though. Doom on Relic.
Ooh, this is a dead dragon.
He's dead, yeah.
How to kill your dragon.
Outstun, please don't double kill. Oh,
nope.
God.
Nice deny! Are you kidding me right now? Goody steps in and punches his good friend Relic down and gets a nice deny. Uh-oh, meanwhile, Naraz gets caught out. Crystal Maiden running into the big bad bear. Ursa runs right through the forest here, but should not be able to get away. Ouch! Ripped apart and broken right into little ice cubes.
What the hell is wrong with these people and all of them buying Ags all the time?
Wait, who's getting Ags now?
Derp's getting an Ags. I don't even know what that does.
Ags on the flesh golem makes him more attractive. No, I really don't know ideally what it is.
Why? Why would you not just buy
I
Force
I
Staff
don't
to
know.
save your Ursa?
Uh-oh, here we go. Goody steps in, throws out the concoctions, going a long ball right up the lane, but way out of bounds. Derp will make the retreat, forcing the rest of Banner Spirit, aka PssT, to rotate all those teams, or those TPs rather, towards the mid lane. Yeah, a lot of misplay and miscoordination. You can even see it by some of the builds here. Yeah, he is going for that headdress next, full-blown mechanism. But Oblivion Staff here on the Queen of Pain. Let's not forget, Queen of Pain even got an Agnum Scepter buff herself, which only lowers the cooldown in her ultimate.
Hers
on
is
the
actually
first
good,
level.
though.
It's good if you get it early. Clearly, that's not the route.
It's pretty much good all the time. It's even
Well,
good late game because you can farm creep waves with it.
Yeah, well, I think the cooldown. Correct me if I'm. I mean, someone might need to look. I think
It's
the
40
cooldown.
seconds.
Yeah, but it would have been 40 seconds at 16, regardless of the scepter. I think it only adds it 40 seconds for the first 2 levels. If you get a scepter, it'll make it 40 seconds across the board. Believe
Oh,
that's the
yeah,
case.
that was the buff. Yeah, that was
and
the
it adds damage. So if you get it early, you only have 40 seconds of an ult, and you could really try to snowball with the Queen of Pain. But this Queen of Pain got the Orchid early, which is still a great tool, but you know, we'll see what she decides to go from here. I don't think that'll be the case. Hopefully she builds into a little more survivability. This Bat Lady doesn't even have 1k life.
I don't really, honestly, I don't know what they were trying to accomplish with this quad pick. Like, it doesn't do anything right now. Like, it was, like, we went through the list of heroes earlier that he can kill. It basically came down to Crystal Maiden, and now he has an Orchid. That list of people he can kill is still Crystal Maiden. Like, I guess maybe he can kill the Alchemist now that he has the Orchid, but
Yeah.
if the regen's already going, then it doesn't help. And he's 0-1-3. He's been the farmer, but he farmed up an item that's still not, like I said, not going to do that much. So they've got some awkward picks here on the Radiant side. They're really relying on at this point on this Ursa, who's now going finally, I think, for a BKB.
They've been playing, and we could tell from this draft, a bit of an unorthodox style and maybe trying to throw Banner Spirit off their game. It's kind of working from here and here, time to time. They are ahead. It's 9-8. They do hold the gold favor, so they're going to hold on to it as long as possible. But as the game progresses now, because I'm seeing a lot of snowball heroes here, not too much late game potential aside from maybe the Dragon Knight and Lifestealer? Do you think Earthspirit, or PssT, if you will? I keep reminding everyone because they're like, who is PssT? It's Earthspirit, everyone. They have two different names. Let's just get that out there. So, what I was trying to say, though, regardless, is late game-wise, would you agree with me that they have the advantage, Earthspirit has the advantage as far as late game if this goes on longer? Or do you think the Ursa can become a big factor along with that
Not necessarily. I think, well, the Doom will just become so tanky. I guess they still have the Lifestealer to just kill Doom. Yeah, I think I'd agree with you. I think it's pretty close, but the biggest thing is going to come down to, does Lifestealer end up with a Basher / Abyssal? He's getting a Sanjin Yasha, because Abyssal will be able to make it so he can kill Ursa before he dies. But if Ursa bursts down Finnith before anything happens, then there's no one that can kill Doom.
Yeah. And Nyx is, or Lifestealer rather, is sticking true to his roots, building up the armlet obviously early. It looks like he's going to go into a Sanjin Yasha from here, just getting a little more durability. The extra boost speed doesn't hurt. We'll see if he decides to take it from there into an Abyssal Blade. For now, though, they're all smoked up, hanging on the sidelines here, thinking about making a move on this top lane, but the game sense coming out here by about 3 Fiddy forces them to step back and roll back to the mid lane.
That was some ninja shit. That was very nice game sense.
Yeah.
They dodged a 5-man.
Oh, they have
gank,
a ward right here. That might help. I mean, I don't think they saw the smoke, though. I think
they didn't see them.
Yeah, they smoked back here, so I guess just that nerd sweat game sense they got going scouts them out. And we're getting another slow-paced game here. What is this? Roughly 18 kills at about 23 minutes in. A little more methodical of a game. They know that this one is the one that counts, and they're taking it real nice and slow. You wouldn't tell that from the draft, but they're feeling pretty pressured right now. And I think the pressure is going to be more on about 350 to get the game going in their favor sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I mean, if you have an Ursa, slow game is not really what you look for. I mean, he can still burst people down at all points in the game, but the BKB is going to help. There's an AC now on Doom. He has an approximately a fuck ton of armor.
Yeah,
it's pretty ridiculous.
Roughly a fuck ton.
With frost armor, he's going to have over 30, which is just absolutely absurd.
Utility Doom running right in the middle, ready to be the meat sponge of the fight and just kind of pick that one prey to isolate out with the Doom and take him out of the fight. Who do you think would be the Doom target in this one? I would think that if you throw the Audible out there to get the Bristle back out, it just renders him completely useless. He doesn't get any of that bonus damage. Obviously no quills, no minus armor working for him. Just kind of becomes a big creep. But is there anyone else in particular you think would be the optimal choice for the Doom?
I think if Lifestealer possessed himself as a target, it's probably worth it because he's their main damage dealer at this moment. But killing Bristle would also be very nice. Definitely, probably their secondary target. Dragon Knight falls pretty easily without Lifestealer, without his teammates, so I don't think you'd ever really want to doom him. Crystal Maiden has no HP, so it's really just a waste. You can just kill her. And Alchemist is like a fine doom target if he hasn't used stun yet. If he already uses stun, there's no point in dooming him.
Looks like about 350 throw out another smoke of their own. Way
BKB
in the
now
back
on
lines.
Ursa.
Yep, they're making a run in.
This is the fight for them. This is the key point. They have to win this fight or they lose.
I hope
the
it
game,
isn't
probably.
a sidestep to a Doom. Oh, it is, or to the Roche rather. They do make a sneak in, but they're going to see him here in a moment.
God.
Goody's right up on top of the hill. They are so close they don't even know it. Oh, this is going to be real bad if they move in there. And here we go. They know something's happening. Relic makes a move in, pulls out the Dragon form with the help of the pipe and the BKB. They're going to town right now. He quickly gets the Roche, comes in with the help of the Aegis right here. Is it enough? They doom the Dragon, even though he's already used all of his spells. He right-clicks down. The Rubik takes him down right away. A quick buyback here. In the meantime, on Chicken MC, now Finnith under the gun. Big damage, but the Infested save will not be enough. That's 3 men down for the 2 of about 350 as they begin to rum up the mid lane. Crystal Main should be able to fall here. Frostbite, temporary, but not enough. Double kill for the Ursa, and this is exactly what they needed at the right time.
They gotta use this advantage. Like, they need to kill at least 2 towers right now, I think. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get 2, but they're gonna kill this tower easily. We'll see if they can actually rotate down to another lane or up, but oh, they're just going for it. Holy shit.
Here we go, balls to the wall.
There's one buyback only on Finnith. That won't do anything. So they have 30 seconds. They're going to easily take this.
That Assault Curios is doing serious work right now. Forced to pull out the Fortification. They're going to try to break the hill and get this tier 3. I don't think they'll be able to commit to much more than that, but that's more than enough for them. Taking the Roche, taking the team fight, and now taking a tier 3. They're happy to grab it, and if you look, The gold graph now beginning to skyrocket in their favor, well above 7,500 gold.
The big thing there is they didn't overcommit to anything. No one got... No, Chicken MC died. He's just literally done nothing this game. But the big thing is they still have the Aegis, so they can do this again once everyone's ready to go. And, oh god, Nayrock, please no. He's fine.
They can't afford any sort of easy pickoff here, but Nayrock wisely steps back. Doesn't get caught out too much.
I cannot believe Derp Bognagham's on this or something. This is just... And it increases the damage dam and percent of HP healed. Okay, so it does nothing. Wonderful.
I don't know. I mean, is this something you think they might have rolled with before, or is it just kind of a spontaneous
buy? It seems like
buy?
Derp said he's going to buy an Aghanims every game, and he's buying an Aghanims every game.
It's blue,
like,
it's shiny.
why.
I like it. Why not? The tier 1 tower
I mean,
looked like
I
it will
guess
fall.
he realized Tombstone sucks, so he might as well use his damage amp. I don't know. The heal from Flesh Golem is really nice. The damage amp is like whatever, but I don't know. This is just really weird.
Well, about 350, happy to take back
They're just
control
going
of
for
this
it.
game.
Holy shit.
But yeah, wow. Committing up this mid lane while there's a split push happening here on the bottom. Lifestealer will commit to this bottom. Has the TP available in case things get a little bit sour in the mid lane. Will pop it right there. It looks like it's going to force. Are they going to commit to this? This is now or never for them. This is the window of opportunity, the time in the game where they need to commit. Wow, they run right in.
God.
No fortification available to stop him. He's running in balls deep right now. Lifts up the bristleback, throws him right back right now, looking to try to go to town. Anyone gets the bristle, one more attack will do it. The force staff was mistimed right there. Shoves him aside, it's more than enough. Chicken MC, can I make something happen? Nope, poor Chicken MC gets stunned out. Oh man, even with the doom on him, Finn steps in and gets the job done. Relic on the run right there, gets bursted down quickly. About 350, running rampage in the base right now. Meanwhile, Mr. Derp is laying down this Rax. With company, they'll be able to get it here. That was a big pickoff. Goody on the side ropes right here. Steps in with a concoction. Stuns out 3. Acid spray, but man, Ursa ready to man mode it up right now. He has the Aegis, so he has no fear of dying right now. Runs in on Finnith. They are still winning this fight, even after taking the Rax. Ripping it apart. Dota the 2 on a killing spree now. Quick buyback by Crystal May, and they're trying to shove him out of the base and take some on the way here. Oh man, Ursa with the heal still has Aegis available. Wow. 15 to 11, they push on ahead, but they had control that whole time.
That fight just burst the door open for them. They were teetering on the edge of maybe getting out farmed, maybe getting overcome by you know, a little bit better heroes at the time of the game we're in. But now Ursa's got a big gold lead. He's happy. He has the Basher. That Basher did some work that fight on Finnith as well as the Alchemist.
Yeah.
So things went really well, and they did, like you said, they really need to make that happen. It was go time.
That was such
they
a
have,
smart...
They have AC on Doom, they have BKB on Ursa. Like, what else do you want? That's your damage combo.
This is when they're in their prime. This is their best chance. They're not allowing Lifestealer to get too many more of those items where he's going to get out of control. Same goes for the Dragon Knight, so this is their time to shine. They take it here. Now it becomes a question if ban Earthspirit or PssT, if they decide to delay the game and wait things out until they can finally get their carries into that late game potential, or they just are going to begin to buckle up here in the base. Already, ATF now putting pressure on the top lane, not allowing the ban Earthspirit quad to roll through the jungle and pick up that relative farm. Now they're all locked up in their base here, so just continuing to add pressure. They're not going to let up one bit.
Look at how much armor the 2 has. It's over 50.
He's been pretty
This is
good
like
holding that
full
ice
tank,
armor.
and he's actually been casting it now on his teammates, and this is extremely helpful against all these melee heroes. They want to use this Aegis, and they might as well use it killing the Rax.
Goody steps in, throws out the concoction to try to lock down the Ursa, who's not even down below half-life. Look at all that heal and support coming out. Even at the bit of a tift right there, just a little bit of footsie. The goo began to stack, but man, oversteps his boundary. Nice save with the force staff. Here comes the rotation in, but Ursa eating a lot of damage, still has that Aegis on lock in case it's needed, making a move right on Relic. He will fall. There goes the Aegis. Meanwhile, Finnith trying to man up here on the 2, but the 2, too strong right now. The help of the Aegis in the Doom takes him down. Bristleback trying to lay out all he can. Relic falls as well. A triple kill for Ursa, and I think this is it. I think this is it, Greg. They are going to take control of this top lane. They're pushing ahead, 18 to 12. Bristle has nothing else he can do. Goody might have to hand over himself right here. Finnith is dancing back and forth on the sides, but they can't commit, and they're going to lose a second set of racks here.
I thought they were in too deep, but then I realized that no one can kill the 2. Lifestealer wasn't attacking him, so he was just walking around, bailing out right clicks, making sure everyone had frost armor. He didn't. I don't think he even used. He maybe used his Shivas at the very beginning of the fight, but he's still got all of his cooldowns. He's got max Shivas. He did Doom, but things are really just falling out of control for the Dire here, and I'm not sure there's anything they can do to really grab this game back.
Not
Despite
ready to...
the fact that Chicken MC has 0-4 and 6. That poor guy, man.
Chicken MC has got to be very thankful right now for his Ursa. He rips apart the bristleback, throws him down. This has got to be it. I don't think Earthspirit want to call it quits and raise the white flag just yet, because this is it. This is going to be the end of their tournament life here, as it looks like it will be about 3 Fiddy moving on to the semifinal round to go up against Osiris Gaming. Now they begin the fountain game.
Oh, now the Lifestealer's starting to chunk down the Ursa, but a little late for that.
No more Aegis, obviously.
Oh, God.
Oh, man! Good save with the Force Staff. Oh, he's still so low.
They're making him GG out. Oh, Jesus.
God. Nope, still not enough to weary him here. They want that Ursa. Ursa turns back, throws down the big right punches right there. Man's up on the Alchemist, throws a right hook, clacks him in the jaw, and takes him down. Monster kill streak before he hands over that delicious big bounty. Look at this. They're going to try to get anyone they can on the run. Relic thrown up. Going to be thrown right back. Fiddy steps right in, trying to make a move on the Rubik. Gets him out very quickly. Nice pick off on the support. Eats a Doom, but he doesn't care. He wants the man up on the 2, but that's a lot of damage. The slow of the Shivas is a lot. It's slowing him down, and he does get taken down. The 2. Oh, that armor is just so good.
Oh, Chicken MC did something.
Chicken MC.
Oh, he didn't get any kills.
Wow. That armor is just too good. He's picking himself out. 47 and 4. Well over 50 armor.
That was the celebratory things, that the 2 is still alive after manning up against a Lifestealer.
Nayrok is
their
pretty
whole
upset
team.
or something at the 2. He's pinging the hell out of him.
Dude, he's writing LOL in the map. This is that's pretty broke. That's pretty busted that he's still alive.
That Shiva's guard to slow down his attack speed was just dirty. Lifestealer could not get in there. He's just so happy with the 2 right now. Nayrok. This is what NA Dota is all about right now.
You know, I bet there were some rares lost on this game, because PssT is the team that people know.
Yeah.
And this NA Dota stack, just taking it to him, man. And true NA Dota style with an Ursa.
Wow. It was kind of a clowny draft, almost from both sides a little bit. A little more formidable pickups here for Earthspirit, but man, about 350, don't count him out. Now you don't even know what to get from him in these future games.
This is pretty amazing. Like, they have a hero that has literally not contributed at all, and they're still winning the game.
Even Derp, like, I mean, now he has a Necro book, so he can contribute a little
He
bit
hasn't
with
done
that,
much either, though.
But
Like, I would agree with that.
He's like
statement.
throwing out the Soul Rip on Ursa, trying to keep him up, and that is more durability to him. He throws out a Tombstone, but by this point, it's not really effective. So, yeah, I mean, Derp is committing all he can as a true support, but
I
not
can't
too
believe
much.
I'm agreeing with this Aghanim's pickup, but I think the damage amp is like the only thing he had going for him, so it might have
Really?
been the right choice. Because like his Tombstone doesn't do anything, so that's just that, like, your whole fight centers around that. They're gonna have one last effort here, 5-man smoke.
There we go. Jump in by Goody to try to get the stun. They're trying to go right down for the Ursa. Relic trying to make his way through the crowd. Man, so much damage. Crystal Maiden ripped apart right away. Even Bristleback trying to make a run out. No success for him. Ursa ends up falling, but Relic rather pays the price himself. There goes the Lifestealer. Full 5-man wipe in exchange for that one Ursa pickoff. Not worth it. Does not matter. That will be the good game and the conclusion of this series. My goodness. About 3 Fiddy. Pull it off and move on to the semifinals. And that much closer to some delicious money and Logitech swag. This was Coddle Guy casting for you over at twitch.tv/Helios eSports.